Now let us talk about Taurus ascendants and what is happening as far as the year 2025 is concerned. This is one of the most unique videos. Last year, I made a video on 2024 analysis wherein I spoke about three prominent transits of Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu. See, these transits take a long period of time. Saturn makes a transit once every 2.5 years, and that is happening in the year 2025. Rahu and Ketu make a transit once in an year and a half or 18 months, and that is also happening in 2025. Jupiter makes a transit once in 12 months, and that is also happening in 2025. So, regardless, 2025, the year of Mars, the year of Mangal, may this year bring a lot of Mangal in our life, bring a lot of auspiciousness. But at the same time, this is the year of change because whenever these transits happen, it does trigger life events, matters pertaining to the lordship, and of course, their placement. Most importantly, the kind of dasha antadasha that you're running through the year will play a very important role. And very soon, I will also be offering specific reading, specific consultation as far as the year 2025 is concerned on my website, and that will be available. Taurus ascendants. Let's talk about how this year is going to be for you, right? This is one of the most unique videos that you will find. Let's start with Saturn, which is your ninth and the 10th lord. It is a Yoga Karaka planet for you, and it is going to be moving in your 11th house in the sign of Pisces. So the first 3 months, Saturn is still making a transit in your 10th house and trying to help you make some good decisions pertaining to your workplace because Saturn will be moving at an unusually faster pace. So it will favor you with some decision making abilities and skills. At the same time, it will help you navigate some workplace related challenges and some favors that you could get from those people who are opposite to you, and particularly the higher authorities, the senior people at your workplace, your bosses. This could be a particularly favorable time for you the first 3 months. Now, this Saturn promotes a lot of community engagement for you, okay? And it will make you more collaborative and think about long-term planning as far as your career is concerned, because Saturn's having a direct seventh aspect of desire on your fifth house. Future pursuits pertaining to ninth house matters, pertaining to 10th house matters, and of course, 11th house matters. So these three houses are particularly getting activated during this time. Workplace change is inevitable. So you need to plan for long term as far as your career is concerned. So just a few months of planning and where you were to maybe be in the next few months will not work out well for you. At least plan for the next 2 to 3 years in terms of where you wish to see. Sit down next 2 to 3 months. This is quite a favorable time for you because any decisions that you take within the next 2 or 3 months is going to give you long lasting results. And this is the kind of message which Saturn is giving you when it will move in the sign of Pisces because it is forming a yoga. It is your ninth lord and 10th lord. Okay, it rules Bhagya and it also rules karma for you. It rules your fortune. It also rules your profession. It is making a transit in the house of gains. This is where we see gains from, right? And this Saturn, besides making a direct seventh aspect on your fifth house, it is aspecting your ascendant. Okay, it is aspecting your ascendant here. It is aspecting your first house by its third special aspect, and it is aspecting your eighth house by its 10th special aspect. These are the two special aspects for Saturn have, which are the aspects of growth. So one thing is quite prominent in your case. Things will favor you. Things will happen the way you want them to happen, pertaining to your workplace, pertaining to your higher learning. However, it will not happen when you want them to happen. There will be a little bit of a delay here because Saturn, Shanai is what Saturn is called, which means delay, which means you have to wait. You have to have plenty of patience. You have to have plenty of perseverance. Of course, success is guaranteed as far as workplace endeavors are concerned. Recognition is highly likely in case you have a strongly and well disposed Jupiter. You could have success. Apparently, Jupiter's transit is giving you a Dhan Yoga for this year. So, wealth creating opportunities are going to be there. Recognition at work is going to be there, but this is going to be delayed. There could be promotion in case your dasha antardasha is supportive, but that might not happen when you want it to happen or when you're looking forward to. There could be a little bit of delayed time. So the next 2.5 years are quite prominent as far as career growth is concerned. Saturn is a functional benefic for you, but it's a natural malefic, and it does very well in the 11th house. It is the best placement for Saturn as far as its placement in 11th house is concerned. So, but this will come with certain terms and conditions. You will have to wait. Transformation is inevitable. I'm also going to talk about relationship. I'm also going to talk about a little bit on the health point of view, and also going to talk about your wealth and what are the kind of opportunities which you could make. But understand there's a heart here in the eighth house. Both Saturn and Jupiter are aspecting. Jupiter is aspecting this house by its seventh aspect of desire, which is only a 50% aspect. Saturn aspecting by the 10th aspect of growth, which is a 100% drishti, 100% aspect. So, of course, it is bestowing longevity. It is bringing in transformation. It is supporting your transformation during this time. So, that is something which you could expect to be supportive as far as this particular transit is concerned. Okay, but everything will be delayed. There will be a constant focus on yourself, your body, your intelligence. You would want to learn, you would want to do a lot of research. Change is inevitable. There could be sudden events, there could be sudden changes which you need to cope up with, because your eighth house will be pretty much active between May through October of 2025. So this is where you would need to protect yourself by certain remedies. So if you use mantras either related to Saturn because it is aspecting your fifth house, or Mercury, who rules your fifth house, who is your fifth lord. So either use mantras related to Lord Vishnu, a simple mantra, Om Vishnave Nama, or Om Namo Narayanaya, or you could worship Lord Hanuman, or use the Bij mantra of Shani or Saturn during this time. You can also use Buddha Bij mantra as well. This will depend on your ongoing dasha antardasha, and accordingly, we would need to see the right remedy for you to channelize the energies of this Saturn during this time. Jupiter, which is your 8th and the 11th lord, is making a transit in the second house. So 11th lord making a transit in the second house is bringing financial growth, financial prosperity, new opportunities as far as wealth related matters are concerned, as far as accumulation of income is concerned. So you could have a secondary source of income. You could have hidden sources of wealth, hidden sources of income as well. That could be pretty much favorable for you. You could have some benefits as far as tax related matters are concerned. If you develop your skills, it will have a direct impact as far as your income is concerned. So skills development is the key. You need to learn about the new skills. You need to learn about new latest technology. You need to learn about AI. You need to learn about automation, because this Rahu Maharaj is making a transit in your 10th house, which demands technical upskilling as far as work related matters are concerned. Jupiter, of course, is making a transit in your second house, which is favorable from an income point of view. So if you develop your skills, you're likely to see a rise as far as your income is concerned. So Jupiter is the significator of the second house, and it is making a transit in the second house. So from that aspect, it is quite a favorable transit. It is forming a Dhan Yoga, which is there in place. It is also aspecting its own sign, the sign of Sagittarius, by its eighth aspect, the Mool Trikona sign of Sagittarius. And this is where it is going to focus and bring in some sort of inheritance opportunities as well. So Jupiter's fifth special aspect is happening on your sixth house. So fifth special aspect of Jupiter is about learning. So there will be learning related to sixth house matters, your intelligence, your daily routines, your depths and diseases, and of course focus a lot on health and well-being. How you could learn more about well-being and make this a part of your daily life. So this time period needs a lot of focus on wellness, a lot of focus on self-care, a lot of focus on fixing everything that you do in a day-to-day basis. So in case you're wanting to take a loan, let's say to buy a house or to buy a car or for anything, this could be a potentially favorable time for you in case your dasha antardasha is supportive. So you could go for loans, you could go for debts during this time. This will give you a repaying capacity, and this will also help you maybe expand your business or, of course, buy something that you've been looking forward to. And particularly if it is related to real estate, Ketu's transit can also be supportive for you as far as fourth house matters are concerned, in case you have a favorable and strongly disposed sun in your chart. Now, Jupiter's ninth special aspect is on your 10th house, which will, of course, ensure that you apply what you learn on a day-to-day basis at your workplace. So this is where the application is happening at your workplace, in your job or your business. This is where you have Rahu. So Jupiter ensures that it keeps Rahu under check. Rahu is making a transit in your 10th house. It's your co-10th lord and making this transit. So workplace related change is inevitable, and this could bring you a lot of growth opportunities as far as your work is concerned, particularly between May through October. You could expect some positive developments, you could expect some positive changes. This will bring you a sense of consciousness as far as your speech is concerned. So you will be very conscious about what you say, how you say. You will have a lot of wisdom in your speech, a lot of experience that would, of course, foster your speech and drive those conversations accordingly. So make sure that you make use of Jupiter's energy as far as second house is concerned. Is going to make you a lot more humble, right? A lot more grounded. In spite of maybe achieving something in life, you need to be grounded, right? You will also have a sense of insecurity for the next few months. Insecurities pertaining to your wealth, insecurities pertaining to your home, also insecurities pertaining to your workplace. So these are some of the energies that you need to counter through remedies, because your 4 and 10 axis is your 10 and 4 axis is pretty active by the transit of Rahu and Ketu, who are going to change signs in May. Rahu is going to enter Aquarius, Ketu is going to enter Leo. So this will create a sense of challenge in balancing your personal life and your professional life. We call it work-life balance, but it's a very cliche term. Okay. You need to generally prioritize family matters, prioritize self-care, prioritize your own well-being, your own personal growth and development besides your professional commitments. So don't indulge yourself too much into work. Avoid overcommitment, avoid being, overtly indulge as far as work related matters are concerned, that you miss out on your family time, you miss out on your me time or a self-care time. Otherwise, it could be extremely challenging year for you as far as increasing levels of stress is concerned, because that is generally going to increase for you. So you will find it very hard to balance that out. You could also shift away from your homeland in case you live, around your homeland. So this period could make you make a move to maybe a different place or somewhere far away from your homeland. If not, you could make some changes as far as your home is concerned. So one of the remedies for you would be to declutter your home, declutter your house. Um, in case you work from home, you have like a remote work setting. So you have to be cautious during this time, right? While being on Zoom calls, while being on Teams call, of course, online meetings. So make sure that you declutter your workspace in case you work from home. Taurus ascendants naturally have a karma as far as their home and office to be, the same, right? If it is the same, it is good for them. I always advise Taurus ascendants to have a nice office at their home as well, besides what they do. Sun is the ruler of the fourth house, and it is the giver of resources. It is the giver of initiation, of course, starting something new. Venus's transit is going to play a very important role when it comes in contact with Jupiter, when it comes in contact with Rahu and Saturn, all through this year. So these could be activation points, triggering points, from a workplace related point of view. Your health and well-being will have renewed focus, because Jupiter is having a fifth drishti on your sixth house. So health is going to be strong, immunity is going to be strong during this year, right? Saturn's in the 11th house. So you will have very good eating habits, which are going to increase your immunity, which are going to change your lifestyle. Remember one thing, that Jupiter's transit in the second house could bring in a kind of sweet tooth in you. So make sure that you avoid a lot of sugar, make sure that you avoid a lot of oily food, I mean, anything in balance is always good, right? He is good, but again, if it is quantified, if it is in balance, this is something which you have to be mindful of during this time. So, a sense of balance routine or a balanced diet is something which you need as far as 2025 year is concerned. And these are very basic things to understand. And this is the kind of change that you will have. You'll have a lot of focus on your personal wellness and personal well-being. So I see it as a very strong year from health related matters are concerned. If you've been going through certain ailment or certain health issues, it is going to improve in case your dasha antardasha is supportive, because Jupiter's transit is quite supportive during this time, which will focus a lot on your immunity and also in overcoming certain enemies, overcoming certain competition as far as your life is concerned. But everything will come slow. Everything will come after a little bit of a delay. This is the energy of Saturn. This is the message of Saturn. Whenever it is aspecting your ascendant, it is, of course, going to somehow make you look like a cold person to other people. But that's okay. If you were to isolate yourself for self introspection, for reflection, you can do that. It is not a bad thing to do. It will make you a strong person. It is going to help you in making better decisions for yourself to the best of your abilities, and better decisions as far as work related matters, work related pursuits are concerned. And again, Jupiter's ninth aspect at your work. So anything that you learn, you're going to apply at your workplace to the best of your abilities. From a work related point of view, I see growth between May through October. Before that, it could be a little bit slow. You could feel a stagnation, time period, but things are going to pick up. So you better start planning for it. From a relationship point of view, I do not see a lot of issues there because Jupiter is aspecting your eighth house, which is the Mangalya power, and Saturn's also aspecting your eighth house. So, eighth house is about what you do, how you protect your relationship. It's about consumption of a seventh house. So, second house is what we consume and how we utilize, and of course, how we grow onto it. And both Jupiter and Saturn are aspecting your eighth house. So Saturn demands a lot of discipline as far as your house related matters are concerned. Of course, Jupiter is going to expand those significations, but the placement of Mars is quite vital for you. The transits of Mars are quite important for you. The next few months, I do see a sense of challenge as far as relationship matters are concerned. Particularly till mid of 2025, you have to be careful of your relationship. You could have a sense of isolation, you could have a sense of separation, you could have a sense of anxiety as well. So this is where you have to be mindful. But mid 2025 onwards, relationship matters are going to significantly improve. You are going to strengthen it by the virtue of your wisdom. Make sure that you use your maturity here, right? Be mature, be kind, be understanding, right? Look up to Saturn and also Jupiter, right? Who are protecting the eighth house, who are protecting you from sudden changes, who are protecting you to make better decisions and to be able to cope up with those changes, to bring a sense of harmony as far as your love life is concerned. And this is what you need to protect during this time. I wish you the best of 2025 and have a very amazing year ahead. God bless you.